Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing medical visas, or more accurately, I'd say we're discussing medical visas which have been proposed and apparently approved in principle. And quoting directly from an article in the Bangkok Post, that's bangkokpost.com, article is titled, "Medical Visa for Rich Tourists Gets Green Light." Quoting directly, the cabinet yesterday approved in principle a medical treatment visa scheme to attract wealthier foreign tourists under the government's medical hub policy. Deputy government spokeswoman Rachida Danadirek, sorry, transliterated Thai, sometimes just gets me, especially or last names, sometimes just gets me. Excuse me. Quoting further, she said the multiple entry visa under the non-MT category will be valid for 1 year and is non-renewable, and the visa holder can be accompanied by up to 3 people. I'm presuming the MT is medical tourists, so it's a non-immigrant visa, and it's for medical tourism. Quoting further and quoting directly from Ms. Rachida, they can stay in Thailand for no more than 90 days, and if the patient needs further medical treatment in the country, they must report to immigration authorities every 90 days, as well as show the medical certificates issued by state or private hospitals where they are admitted, in quote, Ms. Rachida said. So, interesting stuff here. It looks like Thailand is going to be implementing a much more long-term immigration category associated with medical treatment. And as we've discussed in other videos, becoming a medical tourism hub is something that I think policymakers in Thailand are sort of aspiring to. They would like to see Thailand become a medical hub, and as they should. Quite frankly, the medical services and the facilities here in Thailand are top-notch. I mean, worldwide, they're state-of-the-art. And a lot of folks, not only from the region here in Southeast Asia, but even, for example, from the Gulf states and other places throughout the world. In fact, I know a lot of folks from Australia come up, for example, for dental work, and other countries as well come to Thailand every year for medical treatment. In my opinion, it is good to see that sort of the immigration establishment in Thailand has gone ahead and seen fit to sort of create a visa category specifically for these folks, because as we've seen in the past, and as we saw with COVID, in the beginning days especially, like medical visas have always they've been kind of a difficult thing to deal with, in the sense that, you know, in some cases, different people may not have been able to even get a specifically medical-based visa, and then they get here on a visa that doesn't really comport with sort of their status in Thailand, what they're doing in Thailand. And you have these situations where you were kind of having to work around an obtuse visa category to keep that person in status so they could get the treatment they needed. You know, to have a category specifically for medical purposes and to see it be a much more long, at least in principle, be approved for a long-term, for example, in this case, a 1-year type of visa, I definitely think that's a good thing.